Hey, it's Tom Gallagher, the Videopreneur, and welcome to day 6. This is video 1 of day 6. Another long day. This is Saturday. Lynn's back from Mexico, and we put in 10 hours and got a hell of a lot of work done. What worked out great is Lynn was in Mexico and with his wife on a vacation, and so while he was down in Mexico, I was able to get almost all of the stuff, for the most part, cleaned up off the engine, the engine bay underneath, and get a lot of the stuff that, the mundane, tedious grunt work done. And now that he's back, we're able to get after it. And what we're doing right now is stripping down the motor. It's a LS motor. It's a 5.3 with a automatic transmission, a 4L60 transmission. And so right now what Lynn's doing is stripping the engine down, and then we're going to mount the transmission to the engine, and then mount the engine and transmission, mock it up into the truck so the motor mounts line up and the transmission mount lines up. And that's the whole point of what we're doing today, or on this series of video right here. So I shot a lot of video, so I'm going to break down day 6 into a couple of different videos. But I sped this up 10x, so this is about an hour's worth of video that will be done in 6 minutes or so. So right now we're bolting the transmission to the engine, and then we're going to raise the truck up, roll the engine and transmission underneath the truck, and then lower the truck down, put it on jack stands, and put the engine and transmission in. So what's interesting is my truck is a 61. So 60, 61, and 62 Chevy C10s all had the same frame. And then 63, 4, 5, and 6 had a slightly different frame. So almost all of the aftermarket stuff that is made for this style of body, or this body style of this Chevy C10, is built for the 63, 4, 5, and 6. Very little is made for the 60, 61, 62. So it makes it difficult to find the proper parts or what you need for the 60, 61, 62. And ironically enough, I did a video the other day about car guys and how cool it is. One car guy will help another car guy talk. Doesn't matter what part of the country you're in, doesn't matter what you drive. Car guys are car guys. That's what's so great about Jay Leno. You watch him, that guy's a multi-millionaire, and you watch him, and when he walks over to a vehicle, one that he owns, he knows right where the lever is to open the hood in the front of the vehicle. And he's got, I think, over 300 cars. But he's so knowledgeable. But that's what's so great about car guys. And you see that in these videos with Lynn. He is so knowledgeable and so helpful. But anyway, so back to the motor mounts. I bought an intake manifold for my LS from Street Machinery. Boris, I don't know if you guys know Boris, but if you don't, great guy, an amazing shop. They do amazing. He does what he calls stop, drop, and roll, and they're up in Ohio. So anyway, I bought this intake manifold from him, and I was talking to him on the phone, and he asked me what I was putting it in. I told him, and he's like, "Hey man, what are you doing for motor mounts?" And I said, "Well, my friend Lynn has got it figured out. We're going to try using a universal motor mount for the 63 through 72. And we're going to just raise up, put a 1-inch block on the rails." And he's like, "Hey, let me know if that works, because we're looking for a solution." So I need to let him know. I did a separate video, and then I'll post that as well. But I did a separate video to show Boris what we did, so I can share that with him. But I've talked to Boris a couple of times on the phone. Really, really helpful. You call, he answers. He's willing to, as long as you don't waste his time, he's willing to help you. I've sent him text or instant messages, text messages. He's very, very helpful. Great guy. And Matter of fact, my white 61 Buick bubble top, when I put that on eBay, he was bidding on it, and he called me and asked me some questions. Another guy in Indiana ended up getting it, but Boris was bidding on it. So right now we're lowering the truck down on jack stands. I think I mentioned that you got to make sure you brace everything, because the engine and transmission are no longer in the front of the vehicle, but the back still has the back axle with the pumpkin, so there's all that weight in the back end. It's not in the front, so you got to be careful. But we're on the lift, and the reason I'm saying that is we had a mishap, and I think it's coming up in the video pretty soon, where you'll see the truck, the driver's side of the truck actually drops down, looks like maybe an inch or two. Lynn was underneath there, and it scared the hell out of him, scared the hell out of me. But that's what you got to be careful about when you're working on vehicles. Just because you change something, you don't think about it, you don't think it's that big of a deal, and it can be a very big deal. Hey, thanks again for watching. I appreciate it. If this video caused you to chuckle, gave you some information, brought value to you, give us a thumbs up on your way out. And if you really liked it, hit the subscribe button. I'll keep posting. We've got plenty more videos to bring. Thanks again.